Hello and welcome to Paper Plays Julie K.
Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by to check out my latest video. And today I'm continuing to work on the full deck challenge number 3, hosted by Shnooky Art here on YouTube. And again, I'm a little further behind on my prompts because I started later, but that's no big deal. I've still just been doing one a week, just because that's what works well into my work schedule for this time of year. And maybe sometime later on I'll start catching up and doing a couple a week, but for now I'm just going to continue to work on just one prompt a week. And the prompt that I am on for this week is repeat. And again, we're supposed to use an element that as a constant from week to week. And so I have always been using this rubber stamp. And what I did is I was thinking that I was just going to kind of repeat all of my elements on the card. And so I did stamp it on a scrap of pink and then also light gray scraps that I had in my stash. And then I also went ahead with, I had this alphabet stamp set. It's from Studio G. It's one of those ones from a long time ago that I used to get out of the $1 or $2 bin at Michael's. And I did stamp the words repeat again on pink and gray scraps of paper. We're also supposed to carry over a constant from the week before. And I did use this piece of pink paper. I made a tab off to the side. And I was thinking that this would work well for the repeat challenge just because the stripe is repeating on the paper. And then I also used some of this lace on the last card. And I think I'm going to use it again on this card. I'm pretty sure. So, but I do have it off to the side. I might decide not to use it. And then I also grabbed some flowers in pink and gray. And so I have those right here. So that is what I'm going to do for this week's prompt. And I'm also going to use, I think, Mod Podge to glue everything down. And so what I'm thinking is I might just put the word repeat here and then do it on this side. And then layer all these other papers down the middle with this one. So I might just start with, I'm just trying to see, I didn't really look at what size my paper scraps were when I stamped on them, but I think that these ones will fit. And I can do this one off to this side. Maybe I'll do it this way. And then I'm going to put the word repeat. I think I'm going to go down this way though. Or wait, no, I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to go like that. And then I'm going to cut this down a little bit and put this down the middle, I think, is what I'm going to do with that. So, yeah, I'm going to start by painting, or not painting, but gluing down the word repeat on these. So I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. So I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to dry this real quick with my heat tool. And I'm going to sew around it. I think I'm going to go up and down each of the strips with some thread. And then when I come back, I'm going to glue these flowers down the middle. And then I'll make a decision if I'm going to add the lace or not. So I will be back after I'm done heat tooling the glue to dry it and then going around on my sewing machine. So I'll be back shortly. Here is what my card looks like so far after I sewed around it. I did go around the edges and along each of the strips that I glued down. Then I also punched the hole out at the top. And so my next step is to be gluing down the little flowers, and I'm just going to go down kind of in a repeating pattern of the gray and the pink going down. And then I think I am going to put a little bit of eyelash trim behind each one as I glue it down. And then I did decide to also glue some of the trim around the edges, so that'll be my last step. So there's what that looks like. And I'm going to go ahead and so here's what the original lace looks like. I did snip it down the middle because I think I'm going to do it all the way around the edges. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And there is what the final card looks like. I do really like how the lace kind of sets it off. And then I wanted to show you guys, I did make a quick Rolodex card using some of the scraps. I had the pink piece that I had stamped on where I cut that strip off, and also the striped paper, and then there's a little bit of gray paper. I had some more of those flowers that I used here, and then this I just grabbed out of my scrap pile and added it along with some eyelash trim. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this off. I showed you guys this one the other week or so, and I'm just going to glue it to the back side of this one, so then I have another one for my Rolodex. And I just thought I would show you guys that. And hopefully I will see you back again. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I believe next week's prompt is thread. So that one will be pretty easy for me to do, I think. So hopefully I'll see you guys back then. And until then, have a wonderful day and happy crafting.